This is for the ladies. Um, I wanted to do something that would help women shift themselves away from being so selfless or being selfless to being more selfish. And to start this off, I want to start speaking a little bit about Selfish Babe and how we need to, as a nation in a world on this globe, on a global level, we need to start being more selfish, start paying attention to ourselves, because how do we serve and be there for our community if we don't even serve ourselves, you know? And some people try to shame women for wanting to pick herself and be first, her first priority. And how dare any of these people speak down on a woman in such a way when we have, for centuries, maybe even a millennia, have been putting others' needs before our own. And, we're in a time period when we're like, no more. And there's obviously groups and there's lots of businesses out here that's like celebrating, being selfish. And this is what it's about. So this app is a great app to start using. So for daily affirmations, start reprogramming yourself. Let this be your go-to app for positivity and self-love. So before I move further, I want to express that I have no affiliations to these groups. These are just, or these pages or businesses. I'm just actually that I purchased of hers. I'm just waiting for it to load. Okay. So Sacred Woman. I thought I had it pulled up, but if you see it, it's here. It's right here. It's with the woman with her hands up right here. Well, links or so. But yeah, Sacred Woman. There's a lot of different remedies, a lot of different ways you can start tapping into your body as a woman, getting reconnected with your yoni, and just like really tapping into self in a way that, a lot of us have not been taught. And it's okay because she shares and shows people how to get to that point. And, like, you don't even have to join her groups to be able to read her books. Like, if you're maybe not even in America, but I believe you can tap into this if you're able to access and purchase her books. So I'm not sure. I don't really want to speak out of turn. Reach out to Queen Afua's team and find out. However, I would definitely recommend um, at least getting the book just to, get acclimated and started on the journey of rediscovering yourself and connecting with your womb and starting to heal it. Okay. Next is the artist's way. So, reconnecting also with your creative juices. And Julia Cameron, her book, I've been utilizing this book since the beginning of this month, and this month is July. The month is almost done, and July of 2023, just to give some context. Um, I've had this book for a while. I just never really, I was like, I'll do it later. Like, I've been a collector of books, but never really using the information that I have collected. And I've seen it on TikTok. They were talking about it. They were like, yeah, you should definitely get this book. You should start using it. And I was like, yeah, I would love to be able to connect with myself on a higher level and to just, realign with my spirit and just to realign with the inner child that's just waiting to just like have creative expression without judgment, without, prying eyes, and just like, and I've been doing this for a little bit now, so I'm very much happy about the way I'm moving with this, and I would recommend this for definitely women, but men as well. Men could utilize this in a way for themselves. Um, this isn't just for women. I know I've heard and I've read throughout the book so far. I've seen, there's quotes, and there's quotes from men and women alike. So this isn't just for men. I mean, for women. This isn't. This is for anybody that's trying to tap into their higher creative selves. So definitely check this out if you feel stagnant in your creativity. This is another great tool for your toolkit. Okay, utilizing and winding your hips and shaking your moneymaker and all that stuff, reconnecting and playing music that's good for the soul, that connects you back. And there's some there's mainstream songs that's out there that have come out that can help with this, but I actually just wanted to focus on people that don't get enough um or they get the praise that they're supposed to get, and they definitely in their own communities, but I wanted to also speak on them. I've just came into this lady here, Peachkka, and I was like, oh, I like this. And I was listening to Villain Era. Yes, definitely listen to Protection. I like that song as well. And Toni Jones, she's such a beautiful, like, authoritative voice. And she definitely gets you very much hyped up in her own way. And lastly, Lizzy Jeff. I've been listening to her for about 2 years or so. As of this recording, again, this is 2023, so this has been about 2 years. I was introduced to her, I believe, I'm not really sure how. I think, yeah, I don't even remember. But I remember I was like, I need music, but I'm tired of, the mainstream, always talking about popping something out there and shaking it all out there, and just like it's so degrading. And I found God is cold, and I'm like, yes, I am all that I preach to be. I do want to take a what is that? Is that I'm all that I preach to be? Yes. Take a look. What is that? Astro projecting through frequencies, right? So it's definitely an empowering song. She has a lot of different songs out there. Like tap into it, listen to her stuff. It's dope. Everything may not be for you from her music, but that doesn't matter. Just pick what you like. As well as Toni Jones, all of it may not be for you, as well as Peachkka, but that's okay. Like just use what you like and just create your own list on YouTube, Spotify. I believe they're all three of them on Spotify. I know definitely Lizzy Jeff is. I'm not sure about Toni Jones or Peachkka, but yes, we need to be starting to be in our I choose me forever era. Like this era doesn't stop just because, we need to continuously be in flow with this so we can show up for our community in a major way. Well, our families first after we start elevating ourselves, but our families and then ultimately our communities so we could all connect globally because change is definitely it's not an option in my opinion anymore. It's either you're with it or you're not. And I do believe music can help heal and help us get on track, and we start creating our own playlists based upon the stuff that we vibe with. And these are just some of the women that I've been coming into contact with. There's a lot of dope men out there too, you know. um Like I was introduced to Source God. I like his song with Lizzy Jeff, "Knowledge of Self." It's a really good song. But anyway, um, I could these different hooks. I just really enjoy the. I've always enjoyed music, and I think for a long time I've only listened to music that came from the mainstream, and I was unaware of the fact that there was more to music than just mainstream music. And after that, it's like, sure, I still listen to mainstream, but not the songs that are out today. the songs that's out today, it's not for empowerment or the betterment of the people, whether you're listening from the male's point of view or even the female's point of view, not really. And it's like I had to find music outside of what I was aware of, and I'm very much happy that I started experiencing different music. And one guy that I actually genuinely like his music is who is he? Shaman. He's different. He's just so different. I forgot his name. I completely forgot his name, but he's not on the list. But he could be added to the list. Shoot. Uh, um, I forgot his name, but he's connected with a Black Magic 363. He has a song called Shaman. I like that song. With his, what is that? He's talking about something about his body. So I forgot. I don't want to mess up his song, but he has a song like it just connected to me in such a level, like, and I feel it every time I listen to it. I was like, yes, yes. But anyway, um, yeah, there's males out there that's doing their thing, and there's also women out here. Definitely, like there's lots of music out there. It's like hip hop is not dead. It's just it's being diverted. We need to divert our attention away from the mainstream circus and start listening to things that truly connect to us on a cellular level. Because I feel it when I hear these women singing and rapping and spoken word. I feel it. Like the stuff today, all I do when it comes to certain things is like I feel like just turning it off and just like not ever hearing that stuff again. Like the songs today is just it's not for me. Um, and lastly, start getting some inspiration and utilizing Pinterest. Pinterest is free sign up. You sign up, you utilize your Facebook, your Google account, and just start stitching together different looks and stuff like that, and just changing your looks, looking into different aspects of what what it is that you would like to see yourself in. And I know this is fall clothing, but you could change it based upon the seasons, occasion. Um, let's say, for instance, you don't have to really go based upon this, but you could utilize, the search engine to just like really search what it is that you want it to look like. And like for instance, you could search summer, and I love the songs that I just finished speaking about, and I'm expanding my list of different artists that's out there. I found someone on TikTok. I don't remember her name. If I could find, because I commented under her post, I have to find her. But she was like, "Yeah, I'm not going with no label," because I believe they were trying. They were, how this in that industry is just like Ice Cube said, the industry of gatekeepers and stuff. Hint, hint, wink, wink. I don't need to go into any further conversation when it comes to that. Um, she was basically like, yeah, they wanted to control her look, her sound, get her to say certain things, and it's just very much she wasn't with that, and I could really respect the artist that's like standing true to her morals and standing true to her fan base that she probably already accumulated and has. Um, so I implore you ladies to look further into this, look into Pinterest, get some ideas. Just like every day, just like if you're not sure what it is that you would like to look like, that's okay. But just explore different options and stuff like that, because once you start realizing how worth it you are and you start becoming selfish on purpose so you could start showing up for the people that you genuinely care about and love. You know, nothing else, nothing could tell you, or no one could tell you any different than what you already know, is that you're worth the fuss, you're worth the attention, and you're worth being cared for and loved. But ultimately, you're worth loving yourself first. So, um, I hope this helps. Tap into some of these tools if they resonate with you. Maybe branch away from certain things if you don't. Um, all of this stuff is searchable, and I'm not going to share any links only because if you genuinely want to utilize any of this stuff, you'll search for it yourself and do your own research. Look into things that you genuinely would like to look into for yourself. I can't make those decisions for you. However, I can present you with some options that may be very helpful. Um, and lastly, before I sign out, there's groups and there's different people that's on YouTube. It's definitely on TikTok. Um, I don't genuinely like to recommend people that may be on social media, but there's two women in particular that's definitely, empowering women in their own right, but ultimately just showing people the way. And they may not necessarily be certain people's cup of tea and stuff like that, but it is what it is. I'm sharing them is because I appreciate both women's message. I may not align or even agree with everything they say, but I agree that women need to start taking and putting themselves first. And I agree with that wholeheartedly because I know how it feels to put other people before myself, and I'm just left wondering what happened. Why am I left feeling like this? And it's ultimately my fault. And when we start realizing that we take accountability, and now we can start taking action and giving ourselves permission to not sit there and be woe with me, but like no longer sitting and just trying and feeling like a victim. I don't see myself as a victim. I just see myself as someone that was ill informed, but I can't say that anymore because I know that there's lots of resources out there. So the two women are Shira7. She's on YouTube. She's not on TikTok. There's lots of people uploading her videos, and that's how I found her. And I appreciate the content she puts out there. She's definitely been a pillar in the community, empowering women for about over 10 years on TikTok. I don't know if she was doing that before then or not, but not on TikTok, on YouTube. I stand corrected. On YouTube. TikTok hasn't been around for 10 years, at least not to my knowledge. But she's been on YouTube for over almost about 10 years or so. So if you're interested in girl talk and listening to leveling up and doing the different things that you need to do, you could utilize her or go to her um, YouTube. And the last person is Priscilla, the Queen Maker. She may not be everybody's cup of tea, and for a few reasons is her stance on what men are and what they're not, and her based upon her own experiences. Look into her, listen to her speak fully. Don't listen to sound bites only. Neither one of these women, don't just only hear the sound bites, because depending on who's posting the sound bites may paint them in a certain light, and it may not convey the full message that they're articulating on a longer uh, on a longer form video. So especially Priscilla, I do think a lot of her videos have been taken out of context. So just listen to her. She's on YouTube as well. She's as well as on TikTok and on YouTube. And just, I highly suggest give it a chance. I'm not saying you should definitely. I'm not sponsored by these women either. Like, I'm just, if you want some girl talk, especially Shara. Shara's more of the girl talk. I say Priscilla's more of the scientifics, the data, just, getting straight to the point and the facts. there's a lot of things being talked about about Priscilla. You know, she's very polarizing in her approach. So you can't say I didn't warn you before listening to her videos, but she makes a lot of valid points that I think raises a lot of questions, and it creates a lot of conversations that us women as a whole need to start very much having with ourselves, but also speaking with the other women as well, because it's like if a lot of us are having similar or the same experiences, like what are we doing? You know, if we start recognizing, realizing we deserve better, that's exactly what it is. We need to start moving in step with that. So, um, I hope this helps. Both women again are on YouTube, so you can check out their videos. So Shira 7 and Priscilla the Queen Maker, and you know, just start realizing that you deserve all the abundance, happiness, prosperity, and love in this lifetime. And the more you align yourself with that, the more you start to gravitate that towards you. And the more you magnetize yourself to that, the more you're able to live in that, and that becomes your truth. And regardless of where you may be at, that doesn't mean that's where you're going to be in the next month, 2 months, 10 months, a year, 15, 20 years, you know? So don't buy into where you're at. Start magnetizing yourself to where it is that you want to see yourself going, moving forward. And let's start moving forward and being present and staying in the moment, but always moving and changing. This is a feminine quality. It's change, and it's not staying stagnant. No longer doing things that have been a part of a lot of our norms. It's the stagnation. We have to break the chains of the stagnant if we are to be moving forward. So I hope this helps, and I'll speak to you all in the next one. Take care.